Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And they'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. First carry now for David Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Here we go. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Darren Waller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Burrow looking to pass. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll give it to Mixon. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they make...
He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here we go.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff looking right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This one swung out to Montgomery. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. They'll leave it for Montgomery complete. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? On play action, they'll throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Darren Waller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point splits the uprights. These guys will take a 10-point lead. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Well, from deep in out and not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And to give this time to the tailback. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
You know I'm old school, so I always want to hammer in my backfield. But in short yardage situations, third down pickups, I got to have him. And he picked it up for him right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they go play action now. Burrow escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Burrow will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And to give this time to the tailback. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second and 2.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll go underneath here to Evans. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run by Evans. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Burrow, he'll flip this out to Evans. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. up just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Flush to his right. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Great move by Montgomery. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now a first down carry for Harris, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Harris. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Touchdown! It's complete. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is He's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught by Hooper. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't it? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That's caught by Montgomery. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this.